This episode is brought to you by PayPal. You had plans for the last days of summer. And back-to-school shopping has its own plans. School supplies, dorm essentials, your list doesn't stop. Neither does the spending. But when you pay in full with PayPal, you can pay over time. No interest, no fees. Check out with PayPal and get back to summer. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payinfor. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Whether it's hot yoga, over 100-degree weather, or too much sun. Gator Light, with a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes, was scientifically designed to help move fluids into the body faster for rapid rehydration. Shop now at retailers nationwide. Gator Light hydrates faster than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
This episode is brought to you by Facebook. So you were scrolling on Marketplace, and there it was, the bike you'd been searching for. You sent a message, and it turned out the seller was super chatty, kind of funny, and an avid cyclist. The next thing you know, you're in a cycling crew. Well, a community cycling group. The thing about Facebook, you might find more than what you're looking for. From a browse to a bike ride, this summer find more on Facebook.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey everybody, welcome to Coach Unplugged. I'm so happy you decided to join us. Before we get started today, I'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the #1 shoe machine on the market. I've said this multiple times. We own 3 of them. I want a 4th and a 5th. My AAD's listening to me, but they're so great. They work so well. They're so easy to set up. I think my record is 37 seconds or 32 seconds to set it up. But mention Coach Unplugged, they'll give you $450 off. Mention Coach Collins, they'll take really good care of you. And also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It is a one-stop shop for basketball coaches. It's everything you need from a nationally ranked. We won 3 state titles. I think we were just talking recently. We've won over 460 games in our program and lost 130 over the last 20 years. And I think we know the secret sauce to be successful, the roadmap, what it takes on and off the court. So go over and check it out and enjoy the podcast. Bye.
Try to ask, and one of them was like, what are some like good warm-up drills to do with like I coach a B squad team, high school B squad.
Yep.
Just like I want to get like a routine to like teach them like some habits of how to score, and also like just to practice our defensive habits.
Okay.
And I've tried doing like one-on-one.
Okay.
So far, I do that quite a bit right at the beginning. We do a little bit of finishing school. We practice a couple moves and then do one-on-one.
Okay.
Just wondering what are some habits.
What don't you like about those drills?
It's just I like the finishing school a lot.
Okay.
We're doing a little bit because, well, my guys, we're doing a lot of zigzag one-on-one. What I teach is not zigzag, and so we're playing full court one-on-one.
Right.
And then just to get something out of something different, a new kind of drill, just to get started with practice.
Yeah. I think those are all good. So what I do is if you find a drill like that you like, what I do is I just adjust the drill. So you can make it where they got to put their hands behind their back. You can make it where they got to score within 4 dribbles. So what I like to do is get good at a skill and then add restrictions to that skill.
Okay.
I love that. I mean, we do a lot of mismatch things early, where we'll do hold on, I'm going to change this gallery so we can all see each other. What I do is I do it as kind of like, we'll do a disadvantage like 2-on-3, 3-on-4, 4-on-5 kind of thing early in the season. So I'm trying, because we get pressured in our league. So I'm always looking at what we need to work in and then try to set rules for that. I think that's a great drill to start with. It's just what specific skill are you looking for to get good at in that?
I guess what I'm looking more for is Well, I mean, that's going to the hoop scoring. And that's why we do one-on-one a lot. And then our defense, just getting him to turn and trying to get
Yep.
the
So you want to just have lingo that you can yell at them to do.
right.
If you ever came to my practice, you'd hear butt to the basket. Their butt should always be facing the basket. If they ever get turned where their butt isn't at facing the basket, something's wrong. So you just want to and we're this week, the team we're playing, we're going to have to get down. We're starting to stand up on defense. So we're going to spend a lot of time on working on how we can get down, how we can get in a good defensive stance, because we tend to play very vertical. So I think that's what you want to do, is just figure a couple ways to work on that. I would do 2-on-2. I love small-sided games. We've been working a lot on footwork recently. So
Yeah, I was debating just doing like a ping pong, like 3-on-3 to start with. I have 10 guys, and then just do a disadvantage. Like one guy has to touch the half court line.
Yeah, those are all great. Yep, those are
Start
all
great.
Out. Yep. And the thing is, it's like life. The variety is the spice of life. If you do the same drill over and over and over again.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, because we're starting to we have like a month and a half left, and I've been trying. Well, I really like the one-on-one, but like, what can I do?
Yeah, so I would change it up, go 2-on-2, add new rules, do those kind of things.
Okay.
All right. Who else? Angie, I know you had some questions.
Hey there.
Hi.
My scenario is kind of complicated, but we did get a W on Friday night.
Well, that's good.
That was the first one. So my squad is 9 girls. We are varsity, and we don't have a JV team because we don't have enough people, so we have to play varsity. Yeah.
Okay.
So
and
we're
they're a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, 7 freshmen, 2 sophomores. That's it.
Ooh.
Yeah, and our school is small. Like I think there's 320 kids, not many high school kids. So we have little talent that tries out.
Right.
And they didn't win a game last year.
Okay.
And I was so frustrated just in watching. My son plays varsity, so we're there at the girls' games, and I love the game and used to play and whatever, Yeah. But our issue is usually that parents coach the teams.
Right.
And they've got a kid that plays on a team.
Right. I get it.
So,
yeah. So how do you run practice with 9 girls?
Usually I jump in. I'm the 10th man. I have an assistant. We do a lot of 3-on-3 drills, 3v3.
Yep.
They get a lot of running in.
Right. They do. So the best thing about freshmen and sophomores is they become sophomores and juniors. They get older.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the best thing. No, I mean, I've talked to coaches that have had small teams like that, and I think that's fine. 5-on-5 is important. I would try to definitely do a lot of walkthrough stuff. I know when I coached the younger levels, and sometimes we wouldn't have enough guys to go 5-on-5. We did a lot of walkthrough stuff, like out of bounds plays, where you can just do 5-on-0, just so they can get and then you can also throw 4 defenders in there if you need to.
Right. The girls had not won a game last year or this year. We were 1-7 or 0-7, and so now we're 1-8.
Okay.
And we've got 1 or 2 more teams that will play. We only have 4 games left, I think.
Okay.
That we might get a win.
Okay.
So their attitudes are great. I've had one issue with one kid, but overall we were running. I feel like I had to teach them a lot of fundamental stuff. But we've got good press break. We pressed this last game. They loved it. I knew if I could get them to that point, they would catch on.
Right. That's an easy sell. If you're good enough and can do it, that's an easy sell. That's like having dessert for dinner. If you can teach them to pressure.
I only have 2 that are really good enough to get the concept and do that well.
Right. What skill set? I mean, with a young group like that, I'd spend a lot of time on ball handling and a lot of time on shooting too.
Exactly. I just got a young guy that was David West runs a gym here just east of Raleigh.
Yep.
He owns it and his brother runs it. So there was a young guy named Trevor that's in there. He used to play college ball. So I had him come over as just the mid-season blahs were in. So he came over and taught them a lot of dribbling, like hard dribbling, high dribble, low, crossover. And they loved it. And it was like it sparked a fire. So Thursday we almost won, but it felt like a win because we scored 50 points.
Right.
And never in school history has our girls scored 50 points in a game.
So,
and then the next night we scored 51 and we won. We won like 51-7.
So what you can tell them too, this is something I was recently reading about dribbling the ball. The part of it is you want it in your hand as much as possible. So you want to teach them to pound it. So and I'm getting old. My sound I can't hear as well as I used to. But when you just dribble a ball, and then when you pound a ball, there's a difference in the sound. So I actually have the kids say, well, listen to this, and I'll just dribble it. And then I dribble it really hard. So that's something to show the girls that you really want to teach them they got to pound that ball because the harder you pound it, the more it's in your hand. And that's a good thing.
I've been listening to all your podcasts trying to just cut down on turnovers because literally we would have 50, 60 turnovers.
Oh, my God.
Yes, it was horrible.
So my son's a senior, and I'm just looking at stats because we have a big rivalry game. I'm looking at stats last week, and most of the guys are in the 12 to 14% turnover rate, and he's at like the 6%. I go, well, that's because you live in my house, and I'm not going to let you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Does anybody have questions? We can help. We can answer each other's too. That's okay. Feel free to jump in. Ryan, or I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I can hear you. I can.
All right. I'm in the almost identical situation as Angie. Our high school is 120 kids.
Oh, I see 120 kids by afternoon.
Yeah, and so I had another coach explain it to me. It's like a 5-card draw poker without a draw. You get what you get. You have to go.
You do.
That's right. Yep.
But yeah, I was a assistant last year.
Okay.
We won 4 games. The year before they won 0. Last year we had 3 seniors and some upperclassmen. So I'm starting 3 sophomores and 2 freshmen right now.
Oh my God.
In varsity.
Bless you two. Bless you. I'm starting like 3 or 4 seniors and a junior. There's a big difference. There is.
Oh,
there
yeah.
is.
Yeah, and we're struggling. I wish people would play us man-to-man. We're small and quick. Can't handle it. Not great dribblers, but we can get by them.
Right.
So what we're struggling with is it seems like our league is copycat, and everyone is throwing a 3-2 or a 1-2-2. And once we get in half court, it's over.
Because you can't shoot.
Yep.
So long term, you got to get them shooting. Long term, like that's there's nothing we can do about that right now in the next 6 months. It's a skill. It's definitely a skill you can get good at. If everyone can be a shooter, not everyone can be a scorer. You've probably heard me say that a billion times, but it's true. So that's long term. Long term, if I tell people we're building a program, you got to get shooters. Then you can move the pieces around. Here's my athlete that's a shooter. Here's my slow kid. I can do things as long as they can shoot. So that's long term. That's your answer. But short term for like dealing with what we're dealing with right now. So are you able to score? Are you getting beat because the other team outscores you? Defensively, are you okay?
Last night we got beat 64-14.
Okay,
that was our worst one though.
So but scoring is an issue. You're not getting in the 50s and 60s. Okay.
No. We scored 51 game, but most of the time we're high 20s maybe.
Okay, and then what is are the opponents able to score on you easily?
Not in the half court game.
Okay, so you have a couple of options. First of all, you have to figure out ways to get points.
Right, and we're scoring a lot on out of bounds.
Okay, so that was the first thing I would say you should have out of bounds. Then any way you can do that. So are you athletic enough that you could trap?
We've done it. We run a 1-3-1 trap, and last year we ran with success almost like a 2-3 trap.
Yeah, see, that's what my thought was. My thought was probably, especially because my thought would probably be like a 3-2, 2-3 trap and trap in the corners. Because what you're going to want from that trap is layups, right?
Right.
You want turnovers. So at this point, especially with a young team, like what Angie was saying is you almost got to feed the monster a little bit. Like, well, you lost by 40 anyway. Like, let's go. You don't say that to the girls, but or the guys, but you basically say, we're going to pick up in the – because you got to figure ways to manufacture some easy points.
Right.
And if you can't shoot from the outside, I'm just going to – literally, if I'm playing you and you can't shoot from, I'm packing it in. Go ahead and shoot. Because I'm going to get the rebound, and then you're done. So you need to come up with, like, maybe a run and jump, a full court man, something where they just – you're trying to turn them over so you can get easy shots in the other direction. I think that's the only way, out of bounds plays. No one's playing man against you. I would say quick hitters or like plays, but those, you can set up an overload. You can screen the zone, but you're going to have to hit some outside shots at some point. Right. Are you sending everybody to the glass on those shots? Because offensive rebounding is another way you can do it. Because a lot of zones aren't good at boxing out. So, I would, if it was my team, I would probably try to pick up in the full a little bit. And then I would also say, say to these 3 or 4 players, say, every time there's a shot, your job is to go get the offensive rebound. Because if they do, they're going to be close to the basket again. And those are easy points for you to get.
Right.
But you got to sell it. It's like, I don't know, I was doing a podcast a week or so ago. Whatever you sell to them, they'll believe. So you gotta sell to them that offensive rebounds are a big deal. And I said this to my guys last night. It's like, offensive rebounds are yours. Like, I never yell at a kid that takes a shot after an offensive rebound. Like, I don't care. You just got, it's like, that's candy in the, that's like grandma's $20 you get at Christmas. That's the bonus, So I think that's what you got to do. How's their morale?
Well, last night was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I told him to forget it.
Yep. So, yeah. So, it's similar to
when the game was over and there's still a whiteboard in the locker room, I said, who wants to erase this game? And they all ran up and erased the whiteboard.
Yeah, we have finals this week at school, and I was talking to my students, and I said, you know how you eat an elephant? You eat an elephant one bite at a time, right? You don't sit down and eat an elephant in one sitting. Well, that's what you gotta sell to the girls too, because literally this is a long term. Like, we just got to get better, a little bit better every day.
Yep.
It might not show up in the columns, but that we're all going to do this together. And in 2 or 3 years, here's where we're going to be. That you got to, it's part of it's marketing and selling at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a long time ago, but I do remember it was a lot like every little victory is like, you play quarters where you are at?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So because we play half. So what I used to do is we used to break the game up. Did we win? How many quarters did we win? I didn't even care about the score. Like, look, you won the second quarter. All right, let's win the second and third. So you got to break it up. It's a stats teacher in me. You got to break it up into things that you can give them small victories.
Yep.
We're down by when you're down by 40, well, let's cut it to 30, kind of small victories. Trust me, those things will start building. And then it's like, as long as they're getting along and as long as they are still making eye contact with you and you still got them, it's good. Because you can keep selling that stuff. It's when you start losing them to that and it's like, that's when you got problems. What's your thoughts?
I've been doing a lot of that. We had to work on just self-confidence stuff. I brought in a visualization routine.
I hear there's something I said about in a podcast, and I started doing this with my boys. I learned this from a coach outside of Atlanta. We meditate for a minute before every practice. And the reason we do that is I want them to leave school behind and meditate about practice. I said, this is the fun part. Like, running up and down and doing this is the good part. So I think that's great. I think we underestimate that as coaches. That small little piece is huge, I think.
We just brought it in. So what I make them do is they have to leave the gym and wipe their feet to leave all the crap outside.
I love that.
We come back in, we go straight in the locker room, and they've written positive self-image statements, positive self-talk, and then it's about 5 minutes of just breathing and then repeating those things over and over in their mind. I walk them through it with stages, and then we go out and practice. And we do it before games now too.
That's a great idea. That's a great, because you know why? This is gonna be like eating better kind of thing. It's not, you don't see it in a month, but you're gonna see it in 6 to 9 months. That's it's the hard part. It's like quote unquote dieting. Everyone wants to lose. Trust me, that will pay off in the long haul. And then just talking to them too.
Yeah, the other thing I did where I saw a big change in them was we're in Montana, and about 45 minutes from University of Montana, and I contacted the coaches and I got into a practice. Took them to a practice, not a game.
Right.
That seemed to really open their eyes on the difference.
Oh, it's a whole different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would also, going back to what we were saying, and this would be for Angie too, I would think about the types of shots you're getting against those zones, and those are the ones you should be practicing. Like, are you getting skips? Are you getting one pass and a shot? Are you getting attacking the rim? And those are the ones I would just pound in, because you will be able to make some improvement in that. But I think sometimes we waste practice time on things that are relevant. I would really go back and watch some game tape and say, we're getting elbow shots, we're getting baseline shots. Like my team, this team is probably taking more 3-pointers this year, my team this year, than ever in my coaching career. We shoot a lot of threes in practice because we have to. That's part of our superpower. So I think that's what you really got. You got to go back and watch some game tape. This is the kind of stuff that we need practice on. That makes sense?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Who else? The Packers are on tonight too, if anyone cares. So that's why this is a little bit earlier, because the Packers are on today.
Go Pack.
I don't think they're going to win.
This episode is brought to you by PayPal. You had plans for the last days of summer, and back-to-school shopping has its own plans. School supplies, dorm essentials, your list doesn't stop. Neither does the spending. But when you pay in full with PayPal, you can pay over time. No interest, no fees. Check out with PayPal and get back to summer. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payinfor. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
Propel Fitness Water. With Gatorade electrolytes, zero sugar, and vitamins, Propel hydrates better than water to help you get the most out of your workout and get back to your best self. What propels you? Propel with Gatorade electrolytes.
I was just thinking of one thing that when my girls were having so much trouble scoring, for us to score 50 was like epic, and it did it 2 nights in a row.
Right.
But one thing that I tried to implement last week was dribble drive. And when I played, dribble drive didn't exist or wasn't a thing. So I've had to learn it, and it's hard to teach. But just getting them that mentality of attack the rim.
It is. It's really hard. You got to break it down into like 2-on-2. Those are the things you got to break it into little pieces. It's hard. I mean, we've run read and react in this year's group. We've put in like a kind of a tweak with dribble drive, just because we shoot so many threes, so now people are running at us, so we got to go around them. It's not instinctual it's not instinctual for them to want to attack the rim. So you got to I would do a lot of like small game stuff, where you're maybe playing 2-on-2 and you tell them the only shots they can take are 2 feet from the basket. So that will force them to dribble attack.
Right.
That is not instinctual unless a kid's played a lot of basketball.
Well, and then you put not good dribblers on top of that, so that didn't make it great either.
Yeah, it's not. That's why unless they can dribble, then you might want to do like more screening and more of the read and react kind of motion offensive thing.
We tried it a little bit in the games, and then they wanted to go back to our motion, so we went back to our motion to try to get it. But the mentality, just trying to give them that mentality of attack the rim, it seemed to help them, because they all were like, okay, let's go for it.
Right.
And I think the first night, on Thursday night, we shot the ball 144 times. But our percent's really, really low. But
right. Well, it's a law of large numbers. The more you shoot it at, the better chance it has to go in.
That's right. Yeah.
It is. It's like Vegas. Vegas was built on the law of large numbers.
Yeah.
Really
And I've tried to show them how to draw a foul. So we end up on the foul
Right.
line.
I mean, I was telling Mike, we got a big last night. We got big. We got like 15, and then the team made a run. I said they're making runs because all you're doing is shooting threes. The way you stop runs is to get to the free throw line by not shooting jumpers, by attacking the rim, by getting, that's how you stop runs.
Right.
And that's what you got to teach the girls. It's like, well, if we're not scoring, well, how can we? Easy points are that free throw line.
Right.
So that, that's with yours too. If you're going into a drought, maybe, because part of it's human. The referee has to call the foul. So it's some of that's like well, if we're attacking, at least we got a shot to go to the free throw line. Rather than getting it in, especially against zones. Zones don't like those cuts, and they don't like people that attack. A couple rotations and attacks really help.
I've been trying. I even got the football pads out and made them do the layups with hitting them with football pads.
Oh, that's perfect. We do that every day in practice. Every day. They got to get used to that contact. And then what I harp on them is it's not only making it, it's not only getting the shot off and we're trying to get 3-point plays. I said, I'd say I go old school with them. I say, this is the way Coach had to get 3-point plays. When I played,
Yeah, it's hard to get them to initiate the contact. They want to jump away from it and they want to avoid it.
Yes. And those pads you can buy those at Dick's and stuff too. Those, I just steal them from our football coach, but those are perfect because.
What do you do with the pads?
You just, let's say a person.
I know how you wear them or whatever, but like.
No, they don't even wear them. You just hold them. And I literally, so as they're going up for a layup or they're going into the rim, I'm literally fouling them. I'm not fouling them like
right. But you're not doing like layup lines and like, okay, come on up and.
No, like we'll put a ball in a chair. We'll do a lot of different things, but I'll have them
like
just
an
start
advantage.
the elbow. I'll just have them start in the elbow and have a line passing into the baseline, into the block, and they'll do their move, and I'll just be moving them with that block. The next thing is I'll have them put it on the ball in a chair, like maybe from 15 feet on the wing, and they'll grab it. We'll do different things like crossovers and stuff. But the premise is one dribble, rim, and then they got to attack. So I'll even do the old mic-in drill with a pad, and as they're doing their mic-in, I'll be hitting them just so they get you. It's about the contact.
Right.
Like the team we play this Friday, it's literally going to be a football game. It's going to, we know each other. We play the same style. It's going to be physical. So I just wanted to get used to that contact. It was like what Ryan was saying. It's like, it's perfect. It will help them finish because the contact in the game is less. It's the premise of practice. You want practice to be harder than a game. When you're hit with this pad, it bumps you off more off center than you will in a game. If you get bumped off that far off center, the official will tend to blow the whistle. So that's the good part about it. All right. Other questions?
Can you hear me, Coach?
I can.
Hey, this is Jordan, Tennessee. How are you?
Oh, how are you? You didn't have your name?
Good.
Jordan, so I didn't know who it was.
Oh, I did it from my phone. I wasn't sure how to get it.
That's all right. That's all right.
But okay, so since we last spoke, we hit the Christmas tournament, and since then we've been fried, to put it nicely. I had in my top 7 rotation, I had a girl sit out for over a week thinking that she tore her meniscus, a fractured ankle, a fractured foot, a broken finger on your shooting hand. I've had 3 girls get the flu, 2 with strep, and 1 with bronchitis. So
wow, you're not living a lucky life right now. Holy cow.
No. All the physical injuries was in our top rotation. A few of the sicknesses were from some younger girls, but our numbers were down a lot in practice, and so we lost some games that we probably shouldn't have in the big scheme of things.
Right.
But we kept our head above water enough to finish first in our area for the tournament, which means we got most of these girls coming back now. Most of my girls are getting healthy.
Okay.
It wasn't a torn meniscus,
that's
thankfully. and the other ones, I only have one more in the boot, and she gets it off tomorrow. So, so more or less, my question is now, since we did get the 1 seed, we have a ton of practice time. Like, we have all week. Like, we have Monday through Friday of this upcoming week.
And then you play a team. You play a team that you should probably beat in the first round.
We play a team that they have to play in to play us. The 2 teams, one of them we beat 39-9. The other one we beat 37-7. So,
Okay.
like, it's going to be a pretty weak team. And we should, like, our closest area game this year was a 14-point win.
Okay.
But once we get, if we can take care of business like we should and get to sectionals, we're gonna have some really good teams. That will be
So
going
how far? So here's what you got to do. A couple things, because I've been in this boat before. So how? Not that bad. This is the worst I've ever heard, to be honest with you. But bad, but not this bad. How long do you have after? So you play this weekend, then you have another week before you play again?
No, so we will play Saturday.
Okay.
And based off Saturday, we will probably play again next Tuesday if we win.
Okay.
So we'll go from like the 25th to the 28th, and then Thursday will be the championship of our area.
Okay.
And then a week from Saturday, so February 1st, we'll start, like, which is essentially our state sectional tournament.
Okay, and that's when the real.
That's when real competition gets, and you really got to bring your A game.
So here's a couple concerns. Girls are going to be out of shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they're going to be a little out of routine. So, part of this week you have to get them in shape, but not beat them up. Kind of, there's a fine line this week as far as getting them in shape. Luckily, you got a game where you can experiment and rest and kind of let them get their legs under them. So as they come back, you definitely, I mean, have they been in the gym? Have they been shooting at all? Have they been doing any of that stuff?
So we've continued to have games. Our last game was last Thursday.
Okay.
And then we had like an optional practice yesterday, just to open up the gym for them to be able to get shots up, and then we had a practice after school on Friday. The girls that have been hurt, one of them's been able to like consistently shoot free throws and everything like that. The other 2 that's been in boots has been, for the most part, like just doing like some stationary ball handling things or sitting in a chair and doing some ball handling things.
They can't do much. Okay.
Yeah.
So the boot thing is, you should talk to your trainer about this, because I'm not a trainer or a doctor. But part of this is even getting them on a bike, something where they're not putting the pressure on the foot, especially if that's the issue. Yeah, I think first is coming up with a plan to slowly try to get them in shape in the next 2 weeks.
Right.
So almost like the beginning of the season, where you don't want to, do all your running day 1 and then they're just sore for 4 days, because you don't have that time.
Right.
So I would try to map out the next 2 weeks as far as conditioning goes. And early in the conditioning, I would try to get a lot of shots up. So as soon as they can go, literally I would shot. Because that's the thing. It's like swinging a baseball bat. It's like swinging a golf club. It's like, if you haven't done it in a while, you lose it pretty fast. It's not like riding a bike. So they're going to need some early season reps as far as shots go.
Right.
Those are the 2 things that you'll notice the most when they come back. Plays and playing with their teammates and stuff. 2 weeks, that's plenty of time for 2 weeks for that. They'll hit the ground running on that. It's conditioning and shots. You have to figure out how you can get them everything they need over the next 2 weeks. That's big. And trying to keep the train. You're not gonna put anything new in, I'm guessing.
No. If we, we'll do some situation things this week and things
that's
like that.
perfect.
And so, it might be like one play in the half court, and that would be, and we're a transition team anyway, so that's just something, that'd be something to have in our back pocket.
It's the time of year to do situation stuff. Like I'm starting to map out my week because we have this big game on Friday, and so we got 8 hours of practice. We'll spend 40 minutes probably of those 8 hours on situations. Like down 2, what are we going to do? Up 4, what are we going to do? Because I know these next 2 or 3 games are going to be close, and we got to be ready. And it's also a mental thing. I'm trying to play mind games with them a little bit. It's going to be a close game, and we're going to be ready. And then when I say run Izzo, or I say run victory, I will say run win or whatever, that, okay, we've run that in practice. It's like I can just look them in the eyes, and it's like, you got this kind of thing. So, situation. And that situation thing won't be a pounding thing for them. You don't want to – you want to stay away from we're going to go up and down the court, until at least later in this week, like Thursday, Friday, if you're playing Saturday, and then let them play on Saturday, recoup day, then come back, Monday prep, play Tuesday. So they can get some of that running stuff. It sounds like you got opponents that it's okay. Some of that running stuff can be in the games. It doesn't – you don't want to pound them where they get that fracture, actually becomes a fracture kind of thing.
Yeah. So one of the girls that was in a boot has been able to come back, and she got cleared, quite honestly, a whole lot earlier than what I thought she would, and it kind of showed. So she's been cleared for like a week and a half now, and really she was able to participate in a game for the first time last Thursday and be somewhat her old self before the injury. Right. Because she kind of got cleared early. But so we've talked a lot where we're a heavy transition team. So we press, we pressure a lot, everything like that. I have mostly athletes. Right. Not really crazy on skills, but we have athletes not big or anything like that. When we had 4 of our top 7 missing for one game, for 2 games rather, we did no longer kind of have the depth to play that pressure ball. Right. Like we kind of ran out a little bit of that.
You ran out. First of all, you ran out of gas is my guess.
Yeah, we did. And so a balance that I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about is I want to make sure that we're reassuring them because our depth is kind of our superpower.
Right. And that will you have most of the depth back?
This episode is brought to you by PayPal. You had plans for the last days of summer. And back-to-school shopping has its own plans. School supplies, dorm essentials, your list doesn't stop. Neither does the spending. But when you pay in full with PayPal, you can pay over time. No interest, no fees. Check out with PayPal and get back to summer. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payinfor. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Gatorade Zero powders have been scientifically designed to help improve hydration balance in the body. With a clinically proven electrolyte blend and no artificial colors or flavors. Great tasting hydration no matter where you're going. Shop now online or at retailers nationwide. Gatorade, hydrates better than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
Yes, so hopefully, it will be her first day back, but we will have everyone there and able to participate as of tomorrow for the first time.
I think I just think you're honest with them. You say, hey, life, this is the best life lesson that you can learn about life. You don't know what's going to happen. Bad things happen. It's how you respond to these bad things. So we are still this team. Have we faced some adversity? Absolutely, but it's going to make us stronger in the next 3 weeks. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to do this to get us in shape. We're going to work on some rotations. We're going to do this. We're going to get some shots up. We will be fine. Blah 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 blah. Again, salesman marketing kind of thing. And then it's your job to get them. I mean, you can't change probably your game plan at this point and decide we're going to slow the ball up. So you got to go with your superpower at this point.
Yeah.
And just try to. And luckily, you got a decent seed. Like if you had to win, this first game was a brutal game, it'd be different. So I think that's what you kind of sell them too. It's like we got this. Everyone's going to get the rust out on Friday or Saturday. and then we're gonna just come back and hit the ground running. Da da da. Yeah, I think you're fine as long as you get those shots and conditioning up. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, in those games, we kind of had to get out of the pressing mode a little bit just to sustain a little while.
Right. So I think that's where you restart introducing that into them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I want to be able to do this week without the overwork side of, almost situations with the press and make sure we're executing correctly and everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the perfect thing to do. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. Who else?
I had a quick question.
Yes.
Well, maybe not quick, but we're a pretty big school. We have a lot of kids who play football.
Okay.
And I mean, we're a big school, but we're probably one of the smaller schools in our big school. We got like 2,000 students, but total in our whole high school.
Okay.
And we don't have a lot of kids who come to the off-season workout. Like my 10th grade team, I probably met 2 or 3 of them this summer, and I came all the time.
Right.
And our varsity guys, we get more of those guys to come out, but not. I mean, a lot of them play football, so
that's. I mean, I hate to say it, but we live in a society where if they don't think they're going to play and they don't think they're going to be the guy or the gal, they don't tend to do it. They go find.
Right, and I get that, but the thing is, though, I mean, all of my guys, they were like on the 9th grade team.
Right. Well, how many of them will be on the varsity team?
Pardon?
How many of them will make it next year?
To the varsity JV season?
Yeah.
I would say at least 5 or 6.
Okay.
At least.
And are those 5 or 6 committed?
Pardon? I would say probably of the 5 or 6, 2 are committed. 2 of them decided to show up at tryouts 2 weeks before tryouts and start working on their game. They're like, they weren't sure if they're going to play or not.
Right.
And now they're my starters, and they play a lot.
Right. So sometimes it's a maturity thing too. The thing is, they have to see a payoff for that stuff, or a culture where it's accepted. I mean, like when we do our summer workouts, and this should come from the head coach a little bit too. It's like my expectation is if you want to play, you're gonna come. Right. Like, and I understand there's family vacations, and I understand people have to go and. Like my son went to Badger Boys State and missed it for a week, whatever. I get all that stuff. That's fine. But if you're in town, you should be here. So it's part of that's building culture.
Pardon?
Part of that's building culture.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you do in your summer, the open gym stuff? Are your captains
Well, I can have contact in the summer.
Right, I know. We're just watching, but do they just come and play pickup?
No, they don't do any pickup. I don't let them play at all. 0. There's no playing at all. They can go play at the park or at the at the UW. Well, there's plenty of places they can go play. So we do all skill work, and we do station work. Like we'll be working on threes, we'll work on post moves, we'll be working on ball handling, we'll be working on 2-on-2 moves and reads off of screens. We'll have basically station, and we'll change them. We usually stay with a set of stations for a week.
So can you tell them what to do every week, or what do you?
Yeah, I hand it out to them, and again, I'm doing it, and my assistants are there. We're doing it, but when we did it, when we weren't able to have contact, then I handed it to my captains and said, "Here's what you do. This is what you should do." And then their reward is if they do all of that, then I will let them sometimes play at the end if we're ahead of schedule.
Okay.
But that's a time where you can become a shooter too. Like the summer is when you can become a shooter. Like you put up the shots, you can become a shooter. So that's what I'm selling to them. It's like I'm doing this for you. This isn't. I mean, I'd rather go fishing. Like I'm here for you to help you become a better player. It's the whole rationale of I just had to yell at my guys about wearing ankle braces about a week ago. Well, I said, I'm not punishing you to do this. I'm doing it because I want you to play. If you don't wear ankle braces, you don't get to practice. But I'm not doing it. I'm not telling you have to wear green shoes. I'm telling you have to wear something that's going to help you not be hurt. So that's the rationale I have with it. But yes, I think you should have that spell out. If they come and just play up and down 5-on-5 or 3. It's useless. It's like playing summer AAU. It's fine. Go do it, but it's not going to make you a better player, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, last year was my first year, and that's pretty much all they did is they played 5-on-5.
Yeah, and that's
And
fine.
Our girls team is good. They're like top 5 in state, and that's all they do. But they do a little like 3-on-2, and they get a lot of girls show up. But then they play or they do like 5-on-5-on-5.
Yeah. I just think that's it's like you don't have to convince them to play. You got to convince them to work on their skills.
Right. Do you have like the model of what you do on the summer?
I do. If you email me and I will send it to you. I will.
Sure, I can do that.
Yep. Let me write myself a note.
I'll send you an email.
You send me an email and I'll find that for you. Yep. I will send that off to you. I'll send off the general outline and then I'll have to find the PDFs. I don't know what the PDFs are.
Okay.
Probably in some Dropbox.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get going, but thank you, Coach.
Right, yep, no problem. Hey, we'll do one. I'm getting to the point where every other week. So next week, just watch Facebook. Will be one-on-one calls, and then every other week I kind of go back and forth.
Okay. I just with my schedule, sometimes we played a game of one today, got done, and
that's perfect. Yep, and I try to pick different times just for people. I'm gonna try to do something during the week too, maybe at night. Maybe that works better for people. All right, see ya.
All right, thanks.
Yep, no problem. All right, other questions?
Coach Collins, I just have one more.
Yep, no problem.
By trade, I'm an emergency room nurse.
Okay. God bless you. Good for you.
Yeah. So in my spare time, I'm doing this varsity girls gig, right? How do I get to be a better coach in that I've got to read the other team and see? I'm so focused on I've got to fix my girls.
Yep.
And we're always behind. I'm not good at coaching, like the coaching part.
No, I get that. So 2 things. First of all, I almost went to the ER like 2 days ago when I banged my head on one of the lockers in our room, like blood coming all over. It was okay. I didn't go, but probably should have, but I didn't. Didn't want to go to the ER because I don't love the ER. I was there with my wife for she had her appendix out about a month ago. I don't want to go back to the ER.
Oh, it's expensive too.
It's expensive too. So you are doing the right thing first, okay? Worry about your team first. Once you get good at doing that, then we can move you to the next level where you're watching for adjustments and that. All you should be worried about is your girls at this point. Don't worry about the other team. Worry about what they're doing well and what they're not doing well. And then what happens is the game slows down for you once you've done it a little bit longer, where it's not like being a baseball coach or softball coach where you have all this time in between. So, so what's good about this is, just pick a piece and you're doing the right piece. Pick your girls, what they need work on, and just adjust them because they're the ones that need attention. And then as they get older and they get more accomplished on that end, then you're going to be able to go back and forth. I don't even know if I have, I do. I have a little black notebook I carry around with me too it's like this, you can buy them on Amazon for like $6, $4. And I keep it and I just write little notes in it during the game of things that I think that, things I can talk about at halftime it's just really quick. Sometimes I yell it to my assistants, but it's just things that I'm seeing, but it's so fast that if you don't, I'll forget them if I don't write them down. So that's one little tidbit, but I think you're doing the right thing. Worry about your girls and what they're doing at this point, and then the rest of the stuff will take care of itself. It really will. Okay.
Well, I helped with middle school last year, so the girls that moved up to 9th grade, those are the ones that I were attached to that made me like, let's make them better next year. And
yeah.
The coach
and then in the next couple of years, you'll see such growth. It will be crazy. It really will be.
Yeah. That's exciting. I just felt the pressure come back on me when they start looking at me like, what are we going to do now?
I know. And then just say, hey, we're doing this together. We'll figure this out. We got this.
Right. Okay. That's good.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you love it and you want to support us, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. 14-day free trial as we talk. Subscribe, jump up and down, do whatever you got to do. Those Apple podcasts mean a lot to us. I read every one of them. Have a great day.
Booking.com is the easiest way. From a day surrounded by noise to a stay surrounded by nature. That's nice. Go on, book it. It's easy. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
There she goes, our baby.
Are we ready for this? You added her to your AAA auto policy. With 24/7 claim support, she's covered. Our AAA agent, you're here too? We're always here for you. Visit AAA.com/insurance to get a quote today.